Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Many thanks for keeping faith with us. Thank you for your criticism. Thank you for your feedbacks. Thank you also for your love and staying tuned to our channel. We also pray that the Lord will keep us through this year until 2021, because a lot of insecurities are actually happening around Nigeria. And to think that Edo had its own fair share some days back, Lagos State yesterday had its own fair share, where resident had to call on the security chiefs, security personnel to come and keep a check on the hoodlums. Well, as we speak, we're talking about the fact that the police officers have decided to do this, and this is utile period, and this really is what we're getting worried over. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Hashtag Endsars has come and gone, but the ripple effect is still very much with us, as resignation letters from hundreds of officers, I'm talking about police officers, in the aftermath of the hashtag Endsars protest have allegedly been rejected by the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu. Senior officers confided in guidance that hundreds of police officers were ready to leave after their humiliation and burning of stations. He said there's no amount of talk that will assuage the anger of policemen. We are very angry. That's policemen talking now. Many of my colleagues tendered their resignation, but they are not accepting it. The morale is terribly low. Our officers were dehumanized. Some were killed. Many of us don't have offices anymore. Nigeria should ask us to go if they don't need police anymore. Are we not also Nigerians? Why should we be treated like animals? An officer fumed. IGP Adamu had vowed to arrest perpetrators in Lagos and a view to restoring pride of the force. According to him, 1,590 suspects have been arrested nationwide for arson and looting. He spoke while addressing hundreds of personnel of Lagos State Police Command in GRA Lagos, Ikeja last week. He had urged them not to be deterred by actions of the hoodlums in the discharge of their duties. Adamu implored the corps to resume work with open minds. It was the IGP's first visit after the nationwide demonstrations. Lagos was epicenter of the hashtag Endsars protest, which later degenerated into violence that claimed numerous private and public assets. 6 officers were lynched. 6 officers were lynched, 36 critically injured, and 46 police stations burnt in the nation's economic capital. The police boss said he observed that the morale of officers had dampened in the light of the violence. Adamu said the scale of destruction witnessed during the event called for adoption of standard protocol for public protest. He visited some of the assets touched in the former federal capital city, including the Palace of Oba of Lagos. Nigerians have reacted to this, and it will amaze you where Nigerians are heading. That standpoint also amazed me myself. And let's just go through some of the comments objectively, and then let's look at the realization of what the implication of what this is, if in this wake of there are no jobs and about 100 police officers are willing to resign. That's a strong word. Don't forget that in the northeastern part, we still have our issues here to tackle with. Now, this one here is saying, just like it is with women, if these policemen want to go, the IGP should let them go. Never beg who doesn't want to be with you to be with you. Agbamoche learned the hard way that when a woman tells you that she is fed up, you should neither try to beg, coerce, blackmail, or cajole her to stay back, when he found out that the pastor whom he begged to console her on the importance and sanctity of marriage was the father of their 3rd child. The IGP should not be scared. The truth is that even if all these policemen choose to retire today, there are many of us who are willing to pick up their batons and guns and replace them at those checkpoints, collecting every 15 naira bribe with truest diligence. This one here is saying, IGP can lie. Do not do not know who is worse between him and liar. Nigerian that does not know how to resign. Their own is to die on the job. If it's possible for their ghosts to still be going to work, safe, it go safe. Sorry, very funny. This one here is saying the police brought this mess upon itself. When it willingly offered itself as an instrument of state oppression and terror, it will be a long time for police in Nigeria to redeem its battered image. The police should study how police behave in civilized climes. This one here is saying Nigerians are actually angry at the way police officers carry out their duties. People are supposed to feel safe at the sight of the police, but the reverse is the case. The police became a means of oppression for the ordinary citizen and always wanted to extort at any given opportunity. Nigerians just became tired of the whole thing, including indiscriminate killing of unarmed citizens. This one here is saying no police officer who is collecting daily remittance from formations will tender resignation letter and start collecting mega amount that not regular as pension. This one here is saying reform the police and no officer will talk of resigning again. This one here is saying small thing we do una without arms. Una they cry they try to resign by force. What of what Endsars they do us for years? Have you heard what Nigerians are saying? This one here is saying na lie, resign to go do waiting. When you go soon fit enter road they collect or toll gate. This one here is saying let them resign because so they can do a complete overhaul of Nigerian police force. This one here is, have you now seen that technically speaking, Nigerians are not even sympathetic to the fact that they say they want to resign. Nigerians are like, good riddance, really. This one here is saying, God help us for we Obodo Nigeria. I don't think anyone would like to return to any of these locations where police stations were burned to avoid further occurrence. Those places are vulnerable to attack. Whoa, this is serious. This one here is saying, they want to resign to go work where? I don't believe this. Serious. This one here is saying, it don't happen. This one here is saying, this just keeps getting awful and awful. The same Nigerian policemen that believe that there's so much hardship in the land that there's no way you can make 100k without being fraudulent are willing to quit their job just like that. Come on. So policemen, probably not up to 10, were killed and police stations were burnt, and that's bad. But it doesn't make what the police SARS did that led to the protest also during the protest forgivable. Nobody's tendering any resignation. This story is just part of the many gas lightning and narrative changing that's been going on since. Okay, let's look at this very critically. The whole thing began with hashtag Endsars. Nigerians, let's quickly correct this impression. Nigerians did not say, let's close down or scrap police. They never said that. Even the hashtag Endsars was very specific. It was just a unit in the police force that the Nigerian youth demanded to be scrapped. Much as someone would say, there's a general adage that you will not, because you are bathing the baby, and you throw away the baby's dirty water and the baby itself, or the baby himself or herself. It's the police are overly very important in our society. These past few weeks they've been off duty. I can assure you, crime rate has increased cut across every state in Nigeria. Just that in Benin, that one has gone exponential, really. So you cannot deny, even this youth period is, everyone needs to be very much security conscious. You have to have that alertness of security. If not, I don't know what will eventually become of you in Nigeria. Police, their presence helps curb crime. See, whether they are this or that, you can't take that away from them. They are trained for it. It's just that over time, some parts of their personnel, not all of them are bad. They are very good personnel too. Just that in generality, Nigerians became tired and they asked for the scrapping of a particular unit. I feel that yes, it makes them feel terrible if at this stage Nigerians don't see them as valuable. But they should try and understand that we are not saying all police, we're only saying a particular unit, and they should please return back to their force. Yes, Nigerians are saying, let them go. You cannot policemen, you can't do without the security people. They are overly important, because by the time hoodlums and thieves and kidnappers and armed robbers take the road, even you will scream for protection. You may say, we can protect ourselves. Are you trained to shoot? Are you trained? These are things we should come to our mind. Let's strike a balance. Let's see how we can, return security back into our environment and our states. That's what we're going to wrap it up. What's your take on what Nigerians are generally saying? Nigerians they don't care really. They're like, whatever. Go if you want to go, and let them recruit fresh recruits from the Nigerian police. All these unemployed Nigerians who are looking for graduates, who are looking for job, sharp will take us, will get us trained, and will do the job with diligence too. But I feel that experience is also still needed, and we should also give these guys a chance. They've been doing well so far. It's just that at some point they lost it. Not all of them, just a handful of them who have actually became the bad eggs. But I trust that with the reforms going on, we may likely be seeing a better policing.